Hello and welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans video handover for the Bailey Unicorn Vigo. This is the 2019 model. I'll just go around starting at the back, just showing you the features outside. So if you bear with me, just to let you know that I have unlocked the lockers that I can so far, just to make it easier for this video. Right, so at the back, most important bit, Wiltshire Caravan sticker. Then you've got the light clusters, so that's for your running lights, your brake lights, indicators and reversing lights. Got a long grab handle at the back, this being a single axle might come in useful, although this particular one does have motor movers. There is a separate video for that. Obviously you've got the leg steadies and a space for the number plate. Okay, it's got the, you do need the pink rinse, so to speak, for this, for the toilet. So it's poured in there. I usually use a 2-litre pop bottle, put the right amount of fluid in and dilute to the manufacturer's instructions, and just pour that straight in. This is the standard Thetford toilet. Just change hands. This comes out as such. This handle is telescopic and it's on wheels, so you can just carry your wheel away your cassette to the waste point. Alright, to empty, and take this lid off, put it somewhere safe, because if it falls into the hole you do have to go and get it. You lift forward and then press down on this button, which releases any air or gas inside. You will want to rinse out the cassette, so slide that back and open the hole, then you can put the hose pipe in there to rinse it out and empty it the same way as before. Here you can just see a little float in there. Basically what happens is when the cassette is full, that float makes a light go on by next to the toilet flush, just to let you know it needs emptying. Okay, alright, so when putting it back in, close that flap, slide that back into place, and then you'll be wanting to put your blue fluid in. In here there is some measuring indicators on there. Again, look at the manufacturer's instructions to see how much blue fluid or green fluid, depending on what you're using, to go in and how much to dilute it. Then put that back up, turn back, and slide that back in, and the handle just goes in like so. Okay, further along, you've got the waste outlet area, so that goes into your waste master wall and down and directly into the drain if you're on a fully serviced pitch. 2 pipes, the two sinks, bathroom and kitchen, and one for the shower. This is it's a single axle. As you can see there, it's got a motor mover, as I said earlier. That's a separate video for that. But the wheel nuts need to be torqued up to 130 Newton meters. Yeah, again, that's something we need to do every journey, is the recommendation. Right, here's the locker for the gas. And typically, trying to do this one-handed is almost impossible. Okay, so you can fit 2 gas bottles in there. This is currently set up for propane. Also in here you've got your Chris number. But, yeah, gas bottles hopefully don't need to tell you. Make sure they're turned off at the very minimum when travelling. Okay, so you've then got the Alde heating exhaust. This runs on the Alde heating, the wet central heating system. And if you're using gas, because it can be gas or electric or both, but if you're using gas, that's the exhaust pipe for it. And next is the water supply, which I'll show you now. Okay, so the water system on here is the whale system. I just happen to have a pump here. So lift that flap, the pump just clips in and that clips down. Okay, so little handy clip on there. So this part goes into the aqua roll, that goes over the lid to stop any detritus coming in. There's your well pump. Better demonstration was lift the flap right up, push it in so that catches there and clips down, and there you go, you're fully secured, not going anywhere. Okay, carrying on around to the front, 2 grab handles, 3 windows, including the very large Bailey window at the front. This runs on the Alco chassis. The Alco chassis has the ATC on this model, ATC being Alco trailer control. So there's a sensor underneath the chassis that if the caravan should start to snake at all, then the brakes go on to stabilise. You may feel sometimes that if you drive over speed bumps or something, the caravan will start feeling very heavy. That's because of the Alco control on there. Okay, a bit further round. Here we have it's got an outside gas barbecue point. Now, hope I don't need to remind you, and anyone who's seen these videos know that I think very much a case of don't put gas barbecue inside an awning. The fire and the flame and fabric even, not best pals. Right, so under here, external locker. And here you've got a leg winder. This is to undo the spare wheel should you need to, and there's a jack in here as well. Details of the caravan on this decal at the front, showing you what the models are. The maximum plated weight, in this case 1,499. Massive running order, so that's empty, but just with a couple of gas bottles, 1,344. Now the tyre pressure, as you can see, is quite high on this model. It's 60 psi or 4.1 bar, and the wheel bolt torque is 130 newton meters. Okay. And we've got the 2 vents for the fridge, freezer and the fridge. Door clamp. This is where the electric hookup goes in. This flap here is an external 230 volt socket and TV antenna point to use in your awning, should you wish to use one. Finally, under the bed, got more storage under here. We've got the Alco wheel lock. At the moment I've still got the control for the motor mover, engagement bar, and that's where the motor mover sort of red button goes in, the red key, just to get power to the motor movers. Again, that's a different video. But that's pretty much the outside. Obviously the antenna at the top. Stable door. We'll go in and go through what we need to do inside. Just have a quick scout around the lounge area to start with. Don't worry, I do go through things in a little bit more detail. Some probably say too much sometimes, but the kitchen area. There's a fridge, freezer on that side, microwave, and the bedroom area. And again, I do apologise if you catch my reflection or anything. I don't want to scare children a great deal. Put them into the bathroom. Nice big shower. That's the toilet I was on about. But before you get to use anything, you'll need to know how to turn everything on. So, as you step inside the caravan, on your right hand side, you'll come to the control panel. Now the first thing you can see is this button here. This is the master power button. So put that on. This is lit up saying we've currently got 14.4 volts available. That doesn't surprise me because nothing's on and we are plugged into an electric hookup. Main lights are here. And that's your awning light. Then you've got some other lights which is here on the sides. You'll find out all about the lights. You've also got a TV point, 230 volt socket, quite a handy handle to come in, especially after a couple of lemonades. All right, okay. On the left hand side as you walk in, you've got your carbon monoxide alarm and your fire alarm. Then you've got lots at the front, lots of individual lights with dimmer switches on. I've got them turned down quite low because that can be quite bright. It doesn't look much in here at daytime, but at night it's certainly a bit bright. So fly screens and blackout blinds. I'll show you that again. So the blackout blinds from the bottom and the fly screens from the top. So blackout screen, fly screen. And a little catch there just to keep everything in place. Standard catches, open these up. I'm not going to do that at the moment because it's raining. Open them all up, open the window and adjust here. Okay, so going up there, we've got a stereo. It's got this one's got a CD player, USB connection and an auxiliary connector. I think this one's also Bluetooth for yeah, it's Bluetooth as well. All the excitement stuff. So you've got 2 speakers at the front, another little cabinet over here, cabinets everywhere. But right, we're going to get to the water now. As I've seen the pump outside, you can to switch the water on. That is the pump press button you need to press. It says run. Obviously we've got nothing connected at the moment. If you are using a direct feed straight from a tap, you do not need to switch this on because that will only fight against the water pump. You use the pressure from the tap itself, so just turn it on about half a turn and all is well and good. Now whilst we're talking about the water, there is somewhere I need to show you about draining down your water when leaving site, and particularly for winterizing. But it's under here, so bear with me while I move the cushions. Cushions removed. This is your Alde water heater, and if you can just see that yellow tap, now that yellow tap in that current position means that water has been drained out of the system, so out of the water heater and of the taps. When you winterize, I say turn that up, drain everything out and open your taps just to make sure everything drains out. So to allow water into the caravan, into the water system I should say, rather than just into the caravan, that needs to go in that direction. I'm going to leave it there so that the person buying it doesn't have to worry about that too much just for now. So that's the water system. Now the heating and hot water is run on the Alde system. So to turn the power on, press the power button. It will come up with the graphics, and to go onto the main menu, press menu. Okay, so the top indicator is for the temperature you want inside the van, and it's a very simple touch screen, and you can just go up in half-degree increments. Okay, now you can, should you wish to, have a night mode where you set it to a certain temperature. So that this request on this one is 14.5 degrees between 10 and 6 in the morning. Currently off. Press off and it comes on. So now at that set time, that will come on. The temperature will change. Oh, the heating requirement changes. You can see now there's an A above the settings menu. That's at the, so there's an activated function. Press that. It says activated functions, oddly enough. Press on the icon and you go back to where you were, and then press off, well on, and it goes to off. Go back to the main menu and that's gone. So if you see an A there, you have an activated function. Personally, at night, I just turn it down like that, but that's me. Right, the next one is for the water heating. Currently switched off, so when that minus is greyed out and that triangle is empty, there's no heating to the water system. So press plus and you'll get halfway. Now the halfway point will give you enough hot water for washing up, having a wash in the morning, etc. And probably for one of you to have a shower. But if a couple of you are going to have a shower in quite a quick succession, you can always boost it up to the maximum. So you've got maximum power to the water heating. That will, however, mean the heating, the central heating side, it does go off. Okay, you've got the next icon is the power level, the electricity level, depending on how much you've got available to you on the pole, wherever you're staying. You've obviously got off. You've got 1 kilowatt. Now that will heat things up, but it will take an age. In the UK, 2 kilowatts is going to be adequate for, in most, going to be available, I should say, and on most sites. If you do go to 3 kilowatt, which is the maximum, so you've got 3 kilowatts going to your water heating and your central heating, depending on how much electricity you've got available to you, you might trip out the pole or trip out your box if you turn on the kettle or a microwave or something. So I would suggest 2 kilowatts is more than adequate. You also can run this on gas if you want to, if you are away from any electric hookup. Turn that off, then turn it on to gas. There's an awful lot of things you can do in here, which is why we give you the manual, so you can look at that at your leisure. But as I was saying about the electricity being, you might trip the switch to check where that is. Other side of the caravan, underneath the fridge, there's a cabinet which has got your breaker box and your fuses. Okay, so if you come into the caravan, turn the main power on, but something isn't working, this is the first place I would check. Right, okay, so right, back to here. So that's the heating and the hot water done. Like I say, you get a manual, but you can always call us on 01373 752 100. We're always around to help if we can. We've also got a couple of light switches here. You've got main kitchen light, and underneath you've got a sort of mood lighting at the bottom. Again, it's not easy to see in this light, but when it's dark it's quite noticeable. You've got a mixer tap. Be careful with the hot water, it does get hot, so always mix it with cold, and just be very careful with it. You've got drawers galore, including this one's got with the cutlery tray, drawers all over the place, and an area under here you can keep your pans or whatever. You've got 3 gas isolators there. If you're using propane, you can just turn it off at the bottle. If you're using butane, or you can get the regulator, but if you want to be ultra safe, you can just turn the gas off at these points. This is for the fridge freezer, for the hot water and heating, and for the cooker. Talking of cookers, here we are. It's got a nice handy worktop on the top, oddly enough. But that top goes up and you can hold that in place. You've still got the glass top on the cooker. That has to be fully up before you can use the gas burners. What I suggested is, as it says on there, do not shut the lid when burner alight. Probably best not. I'm not going to teach you how to use a cooker, however this took the sparks here, and you've got a full-sized, well, not full-size, but a reasonable sized grill and oven. Doesn't look like it's been used. And under there you've got an area for the well, that's where the isolator for the electric hob is. Well, plug, I call it isolator, but it's just a plug. And then when traveling, always have everything down. Don't want any mishaps, thank you very much. Fridge, nice large fridge. Open up, pull towards you. Nice simple controls. So you've got battery, so sorry, electric, so that's when you're on an electric hookup. Battery, that's for when as long as the fridge is already cold and you have a 13-pin plug, you can maintain the temperature of the fridge using your car alternator. And then you've got gas as well. So if you're out and about and no hookup, gas there, there's a fire up there. But we haven't got any on, so there. And just the temperature, very simply, I turn in there. Nice sized little freezer box. Nice sized little freezer box. Nice sized freezer box. And yeah, nice sized fridge. Okay, above the fridge there's your solar panel control. You shouldn't ever need to worry about that. That just means that there's a constant trickle charge to your battery. So going into the bedroom area, that's the isolator for the microwave, and you've got an area, 230-volt socket, 12-volt socket, TV point, and a light switch there. Okay, so back into the bedroom. Nice large cupboard. Nice little shelf for the cup of tea in the morning. whoever gets the joy of making that. Again, lots of cupboard space. Under the, I was going to say cupboards at the top, nice wardrobe there. Got some more of those individual lights with the dimmer switches for reading. Under the bed, that's where your freestanding table is. As I showed you before, that's where the isolator is for the motor mover. Got a fair amount of space under there. These beds, they lift and come out, so you've still got just about enough room to get back round. Then into the bathroom, obviously a toilet. So this is where the light shines when the cassette is full. That's your rinse. So that's the pink rinse I was talking about. So when these seats do swivel, so whatever position gets you comfortable. When you've done what you need to do, this underneath here, this handle pushes across to open the flap to drop everything into the cassette, and then remember to close it up again, otherwise you won't be able to get that cassette out, or you might be able to, but you will break it. Heater, bit of storage in there for your toothbrushes, maybe my hairbrush, or probably not then. Right, sink and mixer tap, and again, as I said, the large shower. It's got the catch to hold the shower door in place. As you shower, all shut up. And when travelling, make sure that catch is down. Okay. Light switch, a couple of rails, or towel rails. Yeah, the standard, I'm not going to open them because it's been raining, but the standard openings for the sky vents, all in all, yeah, really nice fan. So don't think there's anything else I need to tell you, but if you do have any questions, give us a call on 01373 752 100. Okay, thanks very much. Bye bye.